Red flags when buying land in Nigeria, especially here in Awka, Anambra State. Buying property in Nigeria can be an exciting prospect, but it is important to be aware of certain red flags that are critical warning signs that should make you seriously consider a purchase. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Uchenna Ejekam. I'm your reliable real estate agent and property consultant here in Awka, Anambra State, and by extension, the neighboring states of Enugu, Asaba. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now for property information in Awka, Anambra State and beyond. Please do like, comment, and share so others can benefit. So if you're looking to acquire a land, house, or property in Awka, Anambra State, do not hesitate to reach out to us through the number displaying on the screen, and we will help you acquire that safe, secure, peaceful, and profitable property. Today, let's look at some red flags you must be mindful of when buying land or property in Nigeria, especially here in Awka, Anambra State. Not too many agents will tell you this. Either they do not know or they don't truly care about your own interest other than your money. So may even pray you don't see these red flags. Now, if you ignore these signs, it could lead to significant financial losses or legal battles or delays in taking possession of your property. And I am sure this is not what you would love. Okay, so let's look into some of these red flags. Number 1, documents, title, and ownership issues. This is perhaps the biggest red flag. If the seller cannot provide a clear and verifiable, remember the word verifiable, registered survey plan, title documents like certificate of occupancy, governor's consent, deed of assignment, and every other title document that the property may have, then proceed with extreme caution. This may be indicating potential ownership disputes, government acquisition risks, or the property being encumbered. Another one is inconsistent or suspicious title documents. Be wary of inconsistencies in the names, dates, property descriptions, or sales on the title documents. Look out for signs of tampering or forgery. That is why we also use the services of a lawyer. It is essential to conduct a thorough title search at the relevant land registry to verify the authenticity and the status of the title. Okay, so another warning sign is family or communal land disputes. Properties that are subject to ongoing family or communal land disputes are a major red flag. These disputes can drag on for years, preventing you from fully enjoying or developing the property. Investigate the history of the land and inquire within the community to ascertain if there are any existing claims or conflicts, so as to prevent a situation where multiple factions claim ownership or demand exorbitant and repeated fees after the initial purchase. Insist on dealing with the recognized head of the family and properly documenting all payments. Another one is to properly check for government acquisition or revocation risks. Land that is marked for government acquisition for public projects or has a history of revocation is a significant red flag. At times, some families or communities, upon getting information on government declaring interest in their region, begin massive sale of their customary lands. These lands will fall within where government is interested. So a thorough search at the relevant government agencies can reveal if the property is under such a threat. Another red flag is unapproved building plans. If you're buying a built property, ensure that the building plans were approved by the relevant state or local government authorities. An unapproved structure could face demolition or attract penalties. So what do? You must request to see the approved building plans and compare it with the existing structure, the structure that is on the ground. Another one is lack of necessary permits and approvals. Depending on the type of property and its location, various permits and approvals might be required. Example, environmental impact assessments, development permits. Of course, the absence of these is a red flag, as it could lead to legal issues and hinder future development. So another thing you need to watch out for is illegal structures or land use violations. Properties built on land designated for different purposes, example, residential on industrial land, or those that violate building regulations, are a major red flag. Such properties could face demolition or legal action. Let's look at financial and transactional red flags. Unrealistic pricing. I don't know if you have noticed that. If a property is significantly cheaper than comparable properties in the same area, it should raise a red flag. There might be an underlying issues with the title documents of the property or other hidden problems. I quite know we do have some distress sales sometimes, but that shouldn't becloud your sense of due diligence to investigate the true status of such property, as many use it as a bait to sell off bad property. Conduct thorough market research, understand the prevailing property values. Then we also have pressure to close quickly. Sellers who pressure you to make quick decisions without allowing sufficient time for due diligence are a red flag. A legitimate seller should be comfortable with you conducting thorough checks. We also have unwillingness to provide documents. If the seller is reluctant to provide necessary documents for your review, then it is a major warning sign. Then you have cash-only transactions or unusual payment methods. There are those who may ask you, to make payments through unusual means. So you need to be cautious of those who insist on large cash payments without proper documentation, or those who request unusual payment methods. It is generally safer to transact through verifiable means like bank transfers. So another red flag that you need to watch out for is multiple claimants or disagreements among sellers. If multiple individuals claim to be the rightful owners, or if there's obvious disagreement among joint owners, it is a significant red flag. You must resolve these issues before proceeding. So you also have lack of transparency from the seller or agents. If the seller or their agent is evasive or provides inconsistent information or seems untrustworthy, it is a major red flag. Another red flag here is relying solely on verbal assurances. Never rely on verbal promises. Ensure that all agreements and terms are clearly documented in writing. You must make sure that this happens. They are clearly documented in writing. Even if you're dealing with your brother, by being vigilant and conducting thorough due diligence, including engaging qualified professionals, you can navigate the Nigerian property market more safely and avoid potentially costly and stressful pitfalls. Remember, if something feels wrong, it probably is. Don't hesitate to walk away from a deal that raises significant red flags. So if you're looking to acquire a land, house or property in Awka Anambra State in particular, also in Enugu, Asaba by extension, do not hesitate to reach out to us through the number displaying on the screen, and we will help you acquire that safe, secure, peaceful and profitable property. I remain Uchenna Ejekam, your reliable real estate consultant, land and property agent here in the city of Awka, Anambra State. Thanks and do have a wonderful day.